Hello Cobras. This video is going to walk you through the scholarly database assignment. I'm just going to walk through these instructions step by step so that hopefully you have a little bit of a clear idea of what I'm expecting for this assignment. So to start off, we'll just start with the objective up here. The objective for this is going to be that I want you to become acquainted. Please pay very close attention to that word, acquainted with a library resource related to the student's research interests. So just acquainted. I'm not expecting you to be an expert. I'm not expecting you to be perfect. I'm not expecting you to hit, every single point perfectly that I'm wanting you to do. I just want to see that you're engaging with the resources, in a way that it is kind of being described in the latter part of these instructions. So don't be too stressed out going into this assignment, please. And then once you become acquainted with the library resource, you are going to write a one-page response paper detailing the search process. The search process meaning the process in which you are searching for the resource and the article that you decide to choose for this assignment. So that's going to be what you're doing. Kind of what you're doing as you are searching for this article, and we'll go into that in more detail down here at the bottom part of the assignment instructions. The process is going to be using the topic that you chose for the week 2 research planning assignment. So last week's assignment, the topic that you chose, I would prefer you to use that topic again for this assignment. But sometimes with some of these assignments and some of the topics, they don't line up really well, and the main thing that I really want you to get from these is I want you to get something that is useful, that allows you to really understand the process and really understand how to utilize and how to use these databases and these resources. So if you're coming across some issues with your topic using the same topic that you used for last week's assignment, for this week's assignment, let me know. I'm usually very flexible in terms of changing the topic, so that you can, get better resources. You can get a better experience with this assignment. So don't feel like you're locked in to this topic, the topic that you chose for last week. You can shift around if needed. Just let me know. And so to complete this assignment, you're going to have to choose from one of the following databases. I can't stress this enough. It has to be one of these 4 databases. There are videos for each one of these specific databases located within the week 3 materials. So I highly encourage you to watch all of them. Each one of these databases kind of offers something a little different. But you are going to absolutely have to at least watch one of these videos for whichever database you decide to use for this assignment. But pay very close attention to the video itself. I will be in those videos going through each one of these steps that I'm expecting you to kind of talk about and discuss in your one-page response paper. So just really follow along with that, and then also make sure you are looking at the student example paper that I've included. That is a perfect illustration of what I am looking for in this assignment. It really breaks it down, really well in that student example. So please pay close attention to that as well. But yeah, so if you use another source than the 4 listed below, you will receive a 0 on the assignment. I usually don't just throw the 0 out there. I'll contact you. I'll let you know that you chose a wrong source, and you will have plenty of time to address that. So just be aware of that, but also know that if you wait until the last second and submit the assignment, and you submit it using a wrong database, more than likely you will receive a 0. You just won't have any time to make that up. So please be very cognizant of the fact that you need to use one of these. During the searches, I want you to make use of the following features made available to you within the database's interface. So again, this is where the videos for each of the individual databases is going to be very important. In each one of those videos, I will cover how to do these. The only caveat with that is going to be using the limiters or using the refined features in the databases. If you choose the opposing viewpoints database, you don't really do a lot of this. So I don't expect you to include this in your response. But in any of the other databases, you will be using limiters and ways to refine your search, which are pretty straightforward. They're pretty easy. So don't be too concerned about that. It's basically just like one click when you get in there to limit your search. So it's not too outrageous. But the different things you're going to be doing is you will be specifying which academic database you use. So basically, all you will be doing is just telling me which one of these you used. If you want to, kind of give me a reason why. After you've kind of done your search, you can kind of tell, the pros and the cons of these different databases. So you can add that into your assessment as well. Conduct a basic keyword research. So you'll be using some of the keywords that you created for your topic in week 2. Remember that planning assignment, there were keywords and search terms that you created. So you'd use some of those in the database that you choose here to try to find an article. You'll use limiters and ways to refine your search. You would discuss the results you receive. So basically just talk about the search results relevancy, how relevant were these articles that you received from your search, the number of articles you retrieved, the effects of the limiters, which more or less means that once you limit a certain aspect of your search, how did it affect the number of the articles? How did it affect the relevancy of the articles? Things of that nature. And again, if you are a little bit confused about this, even after watching the videos, again, I cannot stress enough to look at the student example paper, because it does a really good job in that first paragraph of really breaking down the search process. And that's really what I'm kind of looking for that first part of the paper. And then once you go through the search process, you are going to choose an article. Make sure it is a full text article and you do have full access to the article. You will need to open the article index or the article record page, which is going to be basically the page that's going to show you all the information related to the article. Again, watching the videos, I will go through that, so just pay close attention to that part. And then you're going to analyze and provide a summary of the article. Make sure you use your own words. Do not just copy and paste the abstract. Do not just copy and paste the introduction from the article. I've had students do that in the past, sometimes by mistake, sometimes I think on purpose. Normally, I'm pretty good though about just kind of letting you know that this happened, and then allowing you to resubmit at least once. But if you do it and then you ignore any offers for resubmits, you will receive an instant 0, and I will also have to report you for breaching the Coker conduct code for plagiarism. So please do not do that. Plagiarism is one of the easiest things to avoid. So please don't have us have to go through this process. And just to mention, I have not had to go through that process with anybody yet in this class. So just please be aware that you do need to use your own words. And I'm not exactly expecting you to read the entire article, but just read enough of the article, skim read it, kind of to get at least a basic idea of what the article's about. Because again, I'm only asking for like a paragraph summary. So I'm not asking for, a super long analysis. So just read enough of it to kind of get a grip on what it's talking about, so that you can at least summarize it in a paragraph. And then finally, you are going to provide a citation for the article. And again, when I talk about academic articles, scholarly articles, you have to make sure that you are looking for peer-reviewed articles. And again, pay very close attention to the videos for the database that you choose, because I will show you how to locate how and if the article that you're choosing is a scholarly or peer-reviewed article. And again, that's kind of where the limiters come in place. With a lot of these, you will be limiting your search results to peer-reviewed articles. So pay very close attention to those. But you will provide a citation, and this is going to be the one part of the assignment that you will be allowed to copy and paste. There are citation tools in every one of these databases that automatically generate a citation for your article. And I will show you how to find those in each one of these databases. And so what I'm expecting you to do is utilize that citation tool, generate that citation within that database, and then copy and paste that citation at the end of your paper. So that is going to be the one thing that you are allowed to copy and paste. You will not have to actually create this citation on your own. I want to make sure that you know how to find these, because the citation tools and the citation features in these, it's very important. It's going to be very useful for you in other classes. So that's going to be where that. And again, just look at the, can't stress enough, look at the student example and just skim down to the bottom, and you'll see the citation down there. And that's kind of the way that I'm expecting you to have that formatted and have that set up. So again, this is going to more or less be the grading rubric. I'm going to be checking for each one of these elements in your one-page response paper. Remember, it is just one page. You don't have to go overboard about it. Just as long as you're hitting each one of these things and you're doing it in a concise and as grammatically correct a manner as possible. And that's really all I'm looking for. So if your assignment does not address an item, points will be deducted. Again, sometimes I'm a little more flexible on that depending on the database you choose, the article you choose, the topic. That's a little more fluid. I'm not super strict on that, but if you are blatantly leaving out a lot of these elements, I will deduct points from your assignment. And finally, just have fun. Have fun, relax, allow yourself to mess up a little. Databases can be intimidating. And I am not expecting perfection. I'm not expecting you to know how to perfectly, navigate a database. I'm really wanting to see that you can at least take the elements that you learned and from the videos, from the instruction videos and tutorial videos that are provided for your database, and I just want to see that you can take what you learned from those videos and apply it yourself. That's really all I'm really looking for. So just give it your full attention, give it your best work, and everything should be fine. And as always, if you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. Even if you have a question about something that is listed in here, I am more than happy to repeat myself and to clarify myself. If it is going to allow you to succeed in this assignment and to do better in this assignment. Okay, so please reach out to me if you have any questions. And that's it. This is the instructions for your scholarly database assignment, and I wish you all the best.